Hello everybody, welcome to the decks of the weekend, my weekly video where I go over what happened in the past weekend, what decks caught my attention. And let's begin with this 5-color Scam Zoo deck. This deck came forth in the Sunday Challenge, and it's been around for a while last week. I've seen it in the Far Shoes retweets. I can't really remember the name, but it was an interesting deck. So he has the Grave Fury Scam package alongside Bolt and Orcish Master from the deck, but it also gets to play with Up the Beanstalk, which is it's the card that has been everywhere now. We've seen it. We've seen this card single-handedly bringing back 4-color Omnath from just one of the decks to the second best decks in the format after Scam. You trigger it with Leyline Binding. Up the Beanstalk really put Leyline Binding over the top. Now Leyline Binding is just one of the best removal spells in the format easily. And you also have Sign of Draco, which triggers the Beanstalk. When Up the Beanstalk got printed, my mind immediately went to Sign of Draco. I was like, what are the ways to get that discount to cast like 5 drops? Surely Solitude and Binding were easy, but like Sign of Draco also that. There is some problems with that because Sign of Draco is a colorless card, so alongside Binding and Up the Beanstalk, they don't get to pitch to Grief and Fury. And some of the problems with Grief and Fury is that they require you a lot of red and black cards. So in this case, you don't have too many, and sometimes you might just open a hand with like Grief, not dead after all, and some like spells, but you don't have the black ones to pitch it. So you raise a little bit of that, but at the same time, you also get that powerful removal spell and the powerful Sign of Drake. Of course, you can't play Blood Moon. It's actually weak to that. Of course, you are, because, well, you are a Rakdos deck, and there's not even a basic Swamp in the deck. Not that you need it, but, it would be okay. There's a Forest instead. Also, there's Rakavu, which is the Zoo part of the deck, as you are trying to attack. So overall, this deck is obviously super interested, and I am looking forward to see if this deck keeps on doing well, or if it's just one of the brews that broke through one of the modern leagues. Let's go over Pioneer. This weekend in Pioneer, there was the regional championship in Lille. I did not go to Lille. I did not. I did not. Let me actually open the MTG Melee events over there. But yeah, I did not go to Lille, but there was the qualifier that put 24 players in the at the Pro Tour, as well as being the final for the Legacy European Championship. And first after Swiss is Samuele Estratti, Pro Tour champion with Splinter Twin. We might remember him in 2011 in Philadelphia from Italy. He's back to the PT, finishing first in Swiss with this just amazing deck. So there's a lot to unpack here. So it's an 80 card Yorion deck. Yorion is still legal in this format. And what you're doing is you are playing with Luca Coppercoat Outcast, which is the polymorph effect. You sacrifice you exile a creature you control, in this case an elf or whatever, a mana dork, and you get up to Atraxa, the Grand Unifier. Just put it right in play, and this is your way to have like a lot more Atraxas. But you're also a Rona combo. So for those who don't know, Rona, Herald of Invasion, makes a combo together with Retraction Elix and Oath and Mox Ember. You give the Retraction ability to Rona, you tap Rona, you bounce your Mox Ember, you float mana, and you just get infinite mana. Once you get infinite mana, you can win the game via Carnage Creator, getting the Milestone and Weakstone to draw your deck, kill your opponent's stuff because you have infinite mana, and you just recoup the Mighty Stone and the Mix Stone. Only a couple of Carnage Creator, but I guess you also have the Yorion Plus, just, I don't know, Oath of Nisa, just wasting a card advantage. And alongside, you also play Bring to Light plus Valky. So there is a lot of things going on in this deck. Kind of cool that, a deck like this was able to just consistently get to first in a tournament of 15 rounds and very high level of players. The winner was Adrian Inigo Testet on Lotus Field. This just kind of like classic Lotus Field crushing every time there's a Pioneer deck, although they added something to it with this continuity. This continuity is good alongside with Lotus Field because you have like 2 lands in play, It's turn 3, you float 2 mana, you play Lotus Field, you end the turn, because this continuity costs only 2 if it's your turn. So you actually just get to keep everything and don't have to to sacrifice the 2 lands. So that is kind of I believe, at least, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe that's how this deck works. There's also another very cool deck from my friend Cina Biondo, who is Claudio K. He also qualified because it's top 24, but there was enough pass down that Claudio made it. And he was playing Rakdos midrange with Beseech the Mirror and a bunch of one-offs. You have Chandra Karn, you have what is it, the Extinction Event. So like it's a Rakdos midrange, but has a bunch of interesting things. So yeah, this was the important event that went over. Again, a lot of PT invite on the line, and we will see what format is Pioneer. I will be playing in sorry, I meant to say we'll see what format is Chicago. Maybe Pioneer. I will be playing in Chicago. Hopefully it's not Pioneer, but if it is, I guess I'll have to follow Pioneer again. The final format I want to see, I want to show to you is Legacy. There was a Legacy PTQ on Magic Online, sorry, not PTQ, RCQ, I guess. It's those like 200 and more people event where only the top 4 qualifies to the RC, which is definitely the hardest RCQ that you have. Legacy, though, it's still less players, so it's not like 550 like it was in Modern. But overall, Duke 12, which is a Magic Online username that we often get to show in these decks of the weekend, got the job done with Dimir Murktide, or as some people call it, Blue Black Scam. This is my deck. This is my pet deck. I think it's a very powerful deck. This list in particular is extremely close to the one I wrote for Channel Fireball about like some weeks ago. You can check it out. There's like a deep dive, so it's like a 2,500 words with like a detailed cyber guide of the strategy. You have Reanimate, Grief, and Troll. I actually trophied last week. I came back from Vegas and I wanted to play some Magic for fun, so I had to fire off a League Legacy, and I got a trophy. I was playing Scam, and I was splashing in the sideboard for the Meltdown. So I had Badlands Meltdown. This was my league. This was my list, but very similar. But again, Duke 12 got the job done. He was playing more lands because he was playing 17 plus 2 Lorens revealed, whereas I'm on 16 and 1 Lore revealed. So he actually was playing 2 extra lands. I also drawn in the lock and dates, so basically those are the changes. He has Nuff Out, Shieldred Edict, up to Shieldred Edict. So I guess he's like a little bit more land heavy than me. He also is playing some different cards. Again, it's more or less the same, and you can check out that thing. But mostly, Blue Black Murktide won a 9+ Swiss 9 round Swiss event. Definitely one of the best decks, and highly suggested. Thank you for watching this deck of the weekend. As always, my YouTube channel will deliver a video per day. Tomorrow it's the podcast too, so stay tuned and remember to subscribe and don't miss the next episodes. Thank you, everybody.